football fans, let's get to the football Tuesday morning quarterback roundup. First of all, in college football, the top teams that they have to do. Georgia won their game. Michigan won their game. Ohio State won their game. All the top teams in the top five did what they had to do, because we got to endure this crappy playoff system for one more year. Two best games of the week were the LSU comeback against Missouri, which was a pretty good comeback, and the Red River shootout between Oklahoma and Texas, with Oklahoma winning 34-30. Pretty much destroying Texas' chances of getting into this pathetic playoff system this year. Boy, I can't wait till next year. Oh, God. Notre Dame lost again, which I'm glad, because I'm getting tired of their... Listen, you want to have the TV money all to yourself with NBC? Cool. You like being independent so you get to keep all the TV money? Cool. But when you play this weak schedule and you lose games, I don't feel bad for you. As a Miami Hurricane fan, I really don't feel bad for you. Sorry, I don't. You've had two losses now. You should have lost last week against Duke on the road. But, hey, listen. It's like that sometimes. But Notre Dame's gone from the national championship saying, good. I'm tired of the same crap every year. Go low and all hype, and when you get into the Final Four, you get your ass kicked bad. Every time. So, good riddance. So, that's college football in a nutshell. As I said, I'm looking forward more to next year when we have a 12-team playoff system. NFL. Of course, the Bears won their game. They beat the Redskins 40-20 in Washington. I guess it's a good win, considering they blew a 21-0 lead to the Broncos the week before. So that's football for you. You just don't know. Last night, the Raiders edged out a nice little win against the Packers. Of course, the Raiders and Chargers remind me of the same type of teams. Every year, they're in it to the end, and they choke. Or they'll get in and lose a heartbreaking playoff game. That's the Raiders and the Chargers in a nutshell. Now, as far as the game of the week, the most hyped game of the week, the Cowboys and Niners, God, was that game disappointing. Niners win 42-10. The Dallas defense looked like the Giant defense and the Bronco defense. Dak Prescott, let's face it, he's not a quarterback. He's not a playoff-type quarterback. He's not going to win your big game. He is the modern version, the newer version of Tony Romo. Yes, Dak Prescott will get you a lot of fantasy points, just like Tony Romo. He may help you win your division and win your fantasy league championship. But what's also a fantasy is Dak Prescott winning a big football game. Sorry, but even my guy Daniel Jones managed to win a playoff game last year. Call as I see it. Yes, I am a Giant fan, but, I also have to admit that the Niners, the Eagles, the Cowboys are still the best teams in the conference, and they're the three teams I hate the most in the conference. In fact, the Niners are just the best team in the league altogether. Right behind them, the Eagles. Eagles win their game. They're 5-0. The big game, December 9th. Philadelphia and San Francisco will play each other. Assuming that both teams are healthy, hot, and have their quarterbacks for the whole game, that game could decide home field advantage in January or the NFC Championship game, because it looks like these two teams, as of right now, this could change, are going to be facing again in the NFC Championship game. In the AFC, Chiefs win again. They beat the Vikings. Wasn't pretty, and let's face it, even though I think they're the best team in the conference, they don't look as good as they did last year. They really don't. There's a lot of chinks in that armor this year. The Dolphins, I think they're the second best team in the conference. They won. They beat my Giants. Over 500 yards on offense. I think they're the second best team in the conference. And the Bills, even though they had that bad loss in Jacksonville, they'll be there. They'll be in the playoffs. I still like them also. And for all you Bills fans complain, we had to go to London. Shut up. Jacksonville got to stay in London for 2 weeks. Yeah, you think it's fair Jacksonville has to play in London for 2 weeks? Listen, you lost, your team looked flat, get over it. Stop with the excuses. First of all, I don't think any NFL team should be playing in London, Germany, or Mexico. All right? I know the Goodell has the visions of expanding his league overseas, international. Don't bother. The logistics is not going to help, especially if you go to London. I mean, it's bad enough when you have to go from East Coast to West Coast. Now you go over an additional 2 more time zones to find out a difference. And listen, if I'm an NFL player, even though the British pound's stronger than the American dollar, do I really want to get taxed to death over there, have crappy food, and have it rain 9 months of the year? I don't. I'd rather play the East Coast. I'd rather play for New England Patriots right now than play for London. And speaking of the Patriots, 1-4, their worst start since the year 2000, and they look bad. They look bad. They look bad. Last week against the Cowboys, they got shellacked at home to the Saints. I think it was a home game to the Saints. I just hope Bill Belichick is not doing the same thing Chuck Noll did, just hanging around too long to break a record when you already got, what, 5, 6, 7 rings? Ravens give away a game to the Steelers. I mean, you look at the amount of the block punt, the special teams mistakes. I mean, I'm so John Harbaugh right now. Yesterday morning, it was in that film room. Says, guys, check out these mistakes. Ravens should have won that game, but they blew it. And that's, for the most part, your roundup of football. The USFL and XFL are still in merger talks. No one knows anything. Just a whole bunch of rumors and speculation. It is what it is. So, that's it for week 5 of the NFL and college football. Let me know what you think. We'll talk to you later.